Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing out there? If you're here with me either in the Discord or on the YouTube chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have GW, Julius, Cyrus, Grateful Trader, Retberg, Sharmads, Chris, Dave, Vibe Trade, Darren, Midland Trader, Potamus, Amateur Genius, Jay Covey, Kenny, Silent, SW, RTR, David, Janky, Ken, Deviate, Panchua, GMC, Luna, John, GV, Alfred, WD, good morning, Driss, J. Patrick, Mad, good morning, Ripper Trader, Lloyd, Roy, Varun, McNasty, Alexander, What the Forex, Dina, Arthur, Max Steele, Slothfather, HD, Solo, Nelson, KG, Dana, Nicaea. We have Jason, Sear, SN, Alan, Jim, Sylvia, Hal, Brett, Rhonda, Timothy, Liberty, Mike, Bishu, Tanner, Angel, Richard, Tradeover. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Caesar, Amer, Ethan, I Love Leather, Jay Whitway, Tony, Future, Elon Musk. Wow, Elon's with us. Good to see you, Elon. How you doing, buddy? Richard, Akhtar, Dejan, good morning, Tame, David, O'Keefe, Sadek, Zion, Big G-Ski. What's up, everybody? Jay Patrick, welcome. Welcome to all of our new members in here. Good morning, good morning. So markets are pretty docile, and it's no surprise. I mean, let's go over to TradingView over here. I mean, we're just kind of chopping around in this very tight range here. We're having some whips up top, grab a liquidity, back down, grab a liquidity, and just kind of chopping around here. You can see this is where the point of control is from Friday's session and today's session. We are just kind of holding on that point of control right now. And it's not for no reason. I guess the reason is no reason, because there's very little news being released today. Today is one of the quietest days that we've had in recent memory. And the liquidity is definitely showing that across the board here. Even if we're looking at, let's say, the S&P over here, same type of picture, point of control right there. We're just kind of skirting around the point of control here. We are moving we're chopping between 52.56 all the way down to 52.50. So basically a little six-handle drop here with a couple draws of liquidity top and bottom. So yeah, it's not really setting up for all that much just yet, at least. But we will potentially see some price action today, given that we do have three separate things during regular trading hours that can move the market. So not until 11 a.m., that's the New York Fed survey of consumer expectations. That's going to be out at 11 a.m., but there's literally no news until that happens. The options market opening is practically going to be the biggest news event that we have off the open here. Of course, options market opens right when the market opens at 9:30 Eastern. We do have a 3 and 6 month bill auction due out from the Treasury at 11:30 today. And then we are going to hear from two non-voting members of the Fed today. We're going to be hearing from our buddy Neil Kashkari, who's going to be speaking way late. He's going to be speaking at 7 p.m. Eastern time today. So that's going to be 3 hours after the market closes. And then Austin Goolsby. Goolsby is going to be speaking today at 1 p.m. That's during market hours. But he's also a non-voter, and he's only going to be doing a radio interview. Now, that doesn't mean that we aren't going to hear from any other Fed speakers today. The Fed is not in a blackout period. We're 20 some odd days from the next FOMC meeting on May 1st. And so we could potentially hear from some surprise pop-in Fed speakers, but there's nothing that's scheduled on the docket that I am seeing, at least. So that's going to be the day. It's going to be very, very light and docile in terms of data. And that's okay, because we do have a very important week this week. We are going to see the CPI. We are going to get the FOMC meeting minutes. We are going to see Canadians BOC do their rate decision. And we are going to get the PPI this week, as well as a cavalcade of Fed speakers throughout the week. Lots of voting members, lots of non-voting members, of course. But that is what's going to be moving the market this week. CPI, PPI, and then the Fed speakers throughout the week. We are going to get jobless claims, of course, on Thursday. We are going to get some Treasury auctions this week that are important. We're getting a 10-year note auction and a 30-year bond auction. So that's going to be important, since most eyeballs are going to be focused on the bonds this week. And it's going to be very, very interesting this week in terms of news releases, Fed speakers, data, and how it's going to shake things up. We are going to have to see if we have anything deviating from last week that sort of brought the market down. And I think that most of the clues that we're seeing are going to be in the 10-year fixies. And we're going to see that probably play out. We do have the 10-year note auction on Wednesday, so we're probably going to see that play out a lot of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then we do have earnings this week kicking off. We do have some bank earnings this week, and then tech earnings are going to be right around the corner. So earnings season is back, and then before you know it, we're going to be in the summer months. It's just going to creep up on us right away and just start blasting on through. So I'm excited for this week, even though today is going to be a very docile and slow day in terms of data. It doesn't mean that we can't see a lot of positioning trades here because, we can have some large funds positioning pre-CPI, pre-PPI. Do remember, CPI is going to be released on Wednesday, and that's going to be alongside FOMC meeting minutes for the March meeting. And don't be confused. A lot of people, I get DMs from people asking me, FOMC, I see FOMC on my calendar on Wednesday. What's going on with the FOMC meeting, right? It's not the FOMC meeting. That's not going to be until May 1st. The FOMC meeting minutes. So we're going to see the minutes. As with any corporation, you have to keep a record of minutes of any meetings that are given. So for March, we're going to see the FOMC meeting minutes out. And usually when those meeting minutes are released, we really don't see much deviation from the news that has already been out. Sometimes there can be some keywords that are released in those meeting minutes that can kind of sway things, some highlighted terminology. And we'll go over that as we get close to that release on Wednesday. But I don't anticipate that we will see much market movement on that, given that the Fed has been so forthcoming in their commentary as of late. That Q&A, that the press conference by Jerome Powell after that meeting, it was very robust. He didn't really leave anything. There was no stones unturned. He answered all of the questions very transparently, at least in his form of being transparent. And I don't think that we'll see much information coming out from that. So instead, where a trader's going to be looking this week, we're going to be looking at the CPI release on Wednesday and the PPI release, with CPI being much more important. Remember, CPI is one of the biggest key indicators for the Fed right now, ever since they kind of said, we're going to look at jobs being sort of on the back burner. We're not going to be focused so much on employment numbers, even though last week was all about employment and it did shake the market up and it did pose a problem for the Fed, given that the labor market is extremely strong. But I don't anticipate that being a big talking point, at least for this week. Most of the focus is going to be on what's happening with this CPI data. And then if the CPI data is a nothing burger, perhaps looking into the PPI data, although CPI is much more important. But we're going to have something that's going to reel back in the discussion that we heard from Fed speakers last week, namely Kashkari was one of them that basically was talking about we may not even have a rate cut on this year anymore. We went from in December having a potential of 7 rate cuts on the table to last week, 2 Fed speakers basically saying that it may be that we do not cut rates this year. And we'll have to see that if the CPI comes in hot, if we had a surprise print where we have an outlier print and the CPI print is actually hot, there's a good chance that we could have Fed heads starting to say that perhaps we need to raise rates again to cool things off. So anything can happen. I mean, we were at 7 rate cuts in December, now talking about a potential rate hike. I mean, no Fed heads have really alluded towards that. We've talked about a potential of not pausing, not lowering this year as of last week, but that would kind of be the next surprise on the table if CPI came in a little bit hotter or even super hot than expected and kind of reversed the trend. We would see bonds uptick quite a bit, especially in the 10-year. We would see those uptick a lot, and we'd potentially see the discussion shifting to maybe raising rates now this year, which would be a total shock, especially since we were going for 3 given the dot plot, and now we're talking about Fed heads saying 2 or none at all. So yeah, those are the things that I'm looking at this week. Earnings could be very, very interesting too. We could have earnings be very bad as far as forward-looking guidance in the marketplace. So we'll have to be around for that. We're also going to see the bank earnings. Like I said, bank earnings are going to be interesting. I think they start, there's some that are on Wednesday. I'd have to check here. Let me go ahead and look at the earnings calendar I have here. I think we get Delta this week on Wednesday. Let me just double check here. So yeah, Wednesday we have Delta. So Friday's the big day. So we have JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, BlackRock, and Citibank all on Friday. And then Delta is probably the biggest notable report out of any of the reports this week, and they're going to be Wednesday before the open. So we'll have to see. Hot CPI equity market pulls back. Yeah, I would believe so, because that's going to indicate to the Fed that we are likely not going to see rate cuts this year, or a limited amount of rate cuts, probably a pullback from those 3 rate cuts, because it's signifying that if CPI is up, then the inflation is not under control as we once expected in December, and it's no longer trending down. If we're going to buck the trend at all, then that means that the Fed has to do something to mitigate the risk of inflation running back out of control, even though you could argue that inflation never was under control and that we didn't see it kind of ticking down in a meaningful way. There's a lot of folks out there who are saying that, you know, the numbers that come out are kind of flubbed numbers, and you know, the real inflation gauge can be seen at grocery stores, at the gas pumps, and most people have not seen inflation trending down as the Fed has suggested, or the data points have suggested lately. So it's one of those things that if we start to see the reality press in with a hotter CPI print, we could see the Fed speaking more rationally, saying that, you know, maybe we do need to raise rates and maybe we don't have inflation under control. So by the way, when is the eclipse coming in hot here? Is that why it's so dead in the marketplace right now? Everybody's going to go watch the eclipse. Is anybody out there going to go see this solar eclipse coming through? Historically, inflation almost always makes multiple waves before it's under control. Yeah, but the difference here is that the Fed has gone from the anticipated 7 cuts to now 3 cuts, and then 2 cuts, and now Fed speakers saying no cuts. And then where do we go from no cuts? Well, we go to rate raises. And if you ask somebody back in December based on the data coming in and you said, you know, we're not going to cut rates. Remember, analysts said 7 cuts this year in 2024. If we now go from 7 cuts to 0 cuts and rate raises, that's a pretty strong about face in the tone of the market, and at least what was being transpired by analysts and Fed heads out there. Passing right over us here in Newfoundland, Canada. Very nice. I'll walk outside and stare straight into it. I like the new profile picture. Very representative of that. Good morning, Bird. Good to see a new member here. Welcome. And give Bird a nice Clubhouse welcome here. I'm in the UK, so we see the sun anyway. Is it raining yet? Have you gotten your daily rain for the day yet, Midland Trader? I'm actually getting married at the time of it. Hey, congratulations, Tango. That's cool. Give it up. Mazel tov for Tango Foxtrot in here. 3 p.m. Eastern. It's raining there. Yeah, it's sunny here, but we might get a little bit of the shadow here in California. Very, very nice. Seeing a lot of people anticipating that. Is anybody like super excited for this solar eclipse? I mean, I'm of the camp of, I think the last time that I had one, it casted some really cool shadows in my bathroom window and onto my floors, and it looked pretty cool. And I took a picture of this. This must have been like 6 or 7 years ago, but that's the last thing I remember of a solar eclipse. It was like cool. It looked interesting, but it wasn't anything special. But yeah. Luna says they're not superstitious except for solar eclipses. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of superstition that goes around it here. Don't do it. It's a bad omen. Very cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people, I guess, that were traveling and stuff, but there's also some negative news that's around that with warnings about staying safe. So I hope that anybody out there that's going to view one of these in one of these areas is staying safe. Last one was 1979. So what was that 7 years ago? There were some crazy shadows being cast. The last time, was it a partial? Is this like a total? I mean, this shows how little I'm paying attention to this. Is this like a total eclipse of the sun? Is that what this is, and that's why it's special? I remember it's a total one. Okay, so we had a partial one maybe like 7 years ago. There was one in 2017. Okay, so that's the one I'm talking about. So the one in 2017 is the one that I had reflections in my bathroom of, where it was like these really cool like crescent-shaped shadows or something like that. Okay, so I'm not going crazy. It was 7 years ago. Wow, 2017 was 7 years ago. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. By the way, market is popping up here. The area that we do need to see this auction come over is that 319 halves. We are seeing some strength here off the lows And I'm not seeing anything that's driving it in the way of news. Just listening to some squawks here. Not seeing anything driving it in the way of news, but we are seeing some hefty big to cover here on the NQ at least. And we are seeing a little bit of a range breakout in the S&Ps. It seems that every 2 years we have a once-in-a-lifetime solar or lunar event. Yeah, I mean, 7 years ago was that last one. I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious. I like that, Michael Jones. I've heard that one. Who was that? That was a comedian who did that. That's a hilarious one. If you are enjoying the stream so far and you want to see us having a green day, go ahead and smash that lucky like button and get our likes up. Let's do 500 likes. So I thought about, I'm going to mold this over a little bit more, but I was thinking about doing the member thing on YouTube, doing a membership thing on YouTube here where if we have it, we have exclusive giveaways for members. And I'm thinking like every single month we give away like a trading laptop or like a trading screen for like first prize. There's like a grand prize every single month. So like giving away a free laptop and then like maybe like a screen for second place, like an Elgato for third place, a Stream Deck. And then like the runner-up prizes could be like a month of Clubhouse, and then below that would be like a combine. But I'm just thinking about that, that would be something cool that we could do. I was thinking about it this weekend. But yeah, something like that. Because there's this, I keep getting nagged by YouTube whenever I can go on YouTube and it's like, start your membership. And I'm like, what could I incentivize people for a membership? What could we do special in here? I know that we can do better luck for giveaways, which would be one of the things, but then like every single month we give away like a trading laptop or something cool like that. Yeah, we'll see. I've been thinking about it this weekend. Still got to get the shirts out. That's number one. Still got to get those shirts out. Oh yeah, one BTC giveaway. While I'm at it, I was thinking instead of we giving away one BTC, we just start giving away $100,000 every single day for everybody in here. We just do cash wires straight to your bank. A lot easier. Instead of doing one BTC, we just do 100K in cash. Yeah, have people send me one Ethereum and I send two back. Yeah. By the way, if you are getting messaged by a Rips account that is either offering to trade for you, wow, we are just blasting off here. That's offering to trade for you, some kind of crypto thing or anything like that. It's not me. It's definitely not me. Sorry to burst your bubble, but it's certainly not me. And it's never going to be me. Unfortunately, I'm never going to trade for you no matter how bad you want me to. And I'm never going to reach out to you for anything like that. See, Rips, I was just thinking your accountant was checking you on the need for write-offs after your tax bill. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. Yeah, I can trade forever. No, I will. That's never going to happen. Never going to happen. All right, so we're at like a little bit of a double top here. We are seeing some liquidity come into the top side here. Seeing if we can get a little bit up and over here. Did anybody catch this long here off these lows? I am curious. Any chance you're breaking down your strategy? Every single day we do, David. And then you know what's great too? Every single time that we get off YouTube, we either continue trading in Discord or we do a complete wrap call. And I mean, every single day we do a wrap call in Discord. And then that's where I go over, hey, does anybody have any questions about the trades that we took on stream today? Does anybody have any questions about the trades that they're in? That's the beauty of the community that we have. Looks like Trader Page caught it. Wrap with a W, not like yeah, it's that kind of wrap call. Different type of wrap there. Could give away a car, yes. Yeah, we'll give away a car. We'll give away a house. What else can we give away? Just stacks of cash. Oh, goodness. Just a short off the top for another 100. Up 440 now. Nice there, Julius. Just to give away a McLaren just on a random Wednesday. Oh, we're giving away free houses. Yeah, we'll have the best giveaways ever here. Give away Lambos. I'll be broke before Wednesday. I didn't know you could beatbox. Can't everybody do that? Is that a talent? I figured like everybody, isn't that something that... Oh, goodness. Give away a free country. Now we're talking. We'll give away a small island. Yeah, just give away a special island. We'll call it Diddy Epstein Island. Give away a planet. Now we're talking. Give away a ticket to Mars. All right, so if we do pull back here, I could see this coming all the way back down towards 293. It is a little bit difficult for me to trust this up here, especially to the long side, and I'm not seeing, any of the equities supporting this move up top here. Looking like very low on squawks today as well. Yeah, how to chart the MC levels. There you go. Free week sitting next to you, learning how to trade. I mean, do it virtually. This is what we have Clubhouse for. We're doing it virtually. I think too, we'll do it to where I have to figure out what the legalities are of it first, because I mean, you do a sweepstakes giveaway or anything like that, you have to make sure that you're following the law, and got to make sure that that we're doing everything legal in here. Make sure that, because I've seen, there's I haven't seen any trading channels doing it, but I've seen other YouTube channels doing it, giving away cool prizes. But I just that'd be cool, just doing giveaway stuff there. With the membership, do we get access to a Discord? Yes, that is correct. I mean, here's the link. I always recommend checking it out for the 7 days, and it's practically free. My support reps were messaging me saying, "Why did you say it was free?" I said it was practically free. Practically, that's the key word. Apparently, my support staff was being bombarded with people saying, "Rip said it was free. Why is it $7?" I mean, $7 is practically free. Practically free. It's not actually free. It's practically free. Sweepstakes giveaway to trade side by side. We will have a side by side trading session when we get to Vegas, which, by the way, is no longer going to be in June. I have to change my my travel plans from June to sometime in the fall. Oh, those are loud. Screaming in my ear, squawks over here. But yeah, we will have a Vegas trip. Maybe that'll be one of the giveaways. One of the months we'll do a Vegas package where you get flight, round trip, hotel, airfare, the whole nine. But we will be doing a Vegas meetup, as well as the Top Step Trader League, if that's still a thing by that time. But we will be doing a Vegas meetup where we'll definitely do like a live trading session in person, and then probably some kind of like mastermind thing in person, and then like a lot of fun stuff, like some dinners and, like going to one of the pool parties, I'm sure. Well, I don't know. If it's in the fall, probably not going to be good enough weather for pool parties or anything like that. But yeah, we'll do some fun stuff like that. Can this all be considered as consolidation? I mean, yeah, it's a wider consolidation, but it's a consolidation no less. Yeah. I mean, if we're squeezing that down, I mean, we are seeing consolidation basically from here to there. Like just in this range, we're range bound and we are consolidating. And the more that we're consolidating, the more that we're building up liquidity on either side. And you can see that we've swept down, in certain areas, we've swept down here and here, but we've also swept up here and here. And now we're looking to see whether or not this is going to be a sweep in this area. So yeah, we're just kind of bouncing back and forth. And this is due to there being a lack of data coming out, very little news coming out, and nothing really special happening. Gold is dumping. Let's have a look here. Yeah, gold is breaking down our level there. Coming down hot. Gold has been pressing on and on, so it is healthy to see some pullbacks here in gold. It can't just continue to go up forever there. But hey, Rips, who makes your reels on Instagram? My editor. My editor makes that. Why do you ask? Have you folks been enjoying the reels? I'm starting to told my editor that we want to have more reels that are not only focused on just trading, but on more psychology and other stuff, because I feel like they're getting a little bit too repetitive with the trading stuff. So I want to have more of we have so many great discussions in here about psychology and just other stuff outside of just the actionable trades. So I think with the reels, we're going to do more of the psychology stuff that we go over. I'm going to be on a podcast this Wednesday. That's going to be fun. So I'm doing a podcast this Wednesday, and then either Thursday or we're pushing it to next week. We're going to be doing a webinar in here, and that one's going to be a lot of fun going over that one. The reels get me to watch other material from there. Hey, they're working then. That's awesome. What's my Insta? It's right here. Selling. Let me just drop the Instagram link, actually. Here we go. This is the Instagram account right there. Anything else is an imposter. I have 3,595 followers. Let's see if we can push that up to 4,000. That'd be great. Paul, no, definitely not. Definitely not with that person. Yeah, I've been posting, Ben, there's been some psychology ones that we've been posting recently that have been doing really, really well. Do I see any valid order blocks on the 15? Let's have a look. It's been sort of an efficient market. You see, the way that you can kind of see at a bird's eye view in this is that if you have wicks that are overlapping, generally speaking, there's not going to be much of, I mean, you could see that any push and pull down, you're overlapped by these wicks. And, you know, you see this here, you're seeing it here. You know, when you have wicks that are overlapping like that, it makes it pretty difficult. Like right here, there was a fair value gap, but we've filled it since here. So, you know, just not too much happening there. And that would have been a fair value gap, but you can see that wick is covering it. So, yeah, not so much. Probably on the 5 minute, we might have something sticking out here, you know, up to that area there. But again, I mean, you have the takeout, but no takeout candle there. So it's more of a bearish order flow up here. And this doesn't create a fair value gap there. So, you know, you could just argue that this is kind of just topping bearish order flow here. But it's not super crazy strong, because if we go right through that, it's not going to really change the market structure all that much. So that's the area that we're testing right here. That's what it looks like on the 15 minute, which is just kind of what we talked about at the top of the call, which is just, you know, we're bouncing in between this range and we have the topping area, but we can easily have a sweep and draw liquidity above that and go right back down. Finally got my Top Step account set up. Nice, Del Toro. What account size did you go with? You go with the 50, the 100K. I trade on the 150Ks, but people have a lot of success passing at the 50 level. I don't know I think the hundreds are the least popular for some reason. I mean, those are, profit goal on that is $6,000. 2 of the 100Ks. Yeah, there you go. I love buying high and selling low. It's the best strategy I've ever found to be proud. Say it with your chest. Speak with your chest there, Celsius lover. Anyone, have I done this correct? Gold for 1 hour. Let's go check it out. Let's see here. Midland Trader on the 1 hour. Let's have a look here. You got your takeout. You got your fair value gap. I mean, that creates a really, really big area. So you'd probably want to bring in the prior. You could argue that this is going to be your zone here for your bullish block. Right here, right? Even though that kind of has your takeout candle here, so you can bring in that candle and this candle. We'll go over that too in a future webinar, but you can see that if we take that there, we have the gap right here, right there. So, and let me see what you have here. Oh, yours is lower. I see. Let me see here. Yeah, and that's quite I mean, look at that too. Quite the takeout candle there. And there's no inefficiency left behind there, but there is inefficiency there. So you could argue that this is your candle, but then again, there's no takeout. So it makes it a little bit more difficult there. It creates a very, very wide zone instead. Rips at 7:30 on the 15-minute. Gold was at a valid bearish order block. Let's see here at 7:30. And we're talking about in the 15-minute. See here. That would have to be something that's coming up here because we don't have any valid gaps to the downside here. Let me see, 730. Yeah, we don't have a valid gap there. All right, folks, if you're enjoying the stream, let's see if we can get this pumped up to 500 likes so we can do let's do a poll. We'll do a giveaway. I think that we can get there actually today. If we do hit 1,000 likes, we'll do a giveaway for a free month of Clubhouse. That'll be fun. Where's the Midland trader? I'm from the West Mids. Good question, Dan. On the 15 minutes, also clean on GC. I'll have to check that out. I'll take a quick little restroom break here, and I'll be right back with you, folks. And we're back. So, looks like we did have a little bit of that same thing, a little draw of liquidity here up to the top side. Not seeing equities waking up just yet. Shy of NVIDIA. We are seeing a little bit of play to the top side there on NVIDIA. So you get to my strategy is Celsius. Nice. I got the monster rocking again today. Love this flavor. Hey, Rose, at what point do you consider acceptance of your level to enter a trade? Good question. So if we have, there's confirmation or continuation. We talk about this quite a bit here. You know, when you have this pull up above the level and the draw below, Once it makes its way back above, you're looking for this to hold. In this case, we had a nice wick rejection there on the 1 minute, and that would be your signal there to go long on that rejection, and then probably having your stop somewhere at the lower end of that wick right there. But again, in this range, with the fact that we were low liquidity, you're probably looking for maybe a 5 or 10 point scalp. Or if you're running 2 lots, maybe TP1 is, maybe you're running 3 lots, TP1 is 5, TP2 is 10, TP3 is just a runner, and you're just trailing your stop behind it. But you're not looking for massive amounts of follow through. But you can see here, like, same type of deal. We reject below, we come back, and then once we hold that test there, that's your long signal there, and you're just trying to take that level to level. At least TP1, TP2, maybe TP2 is this, but looking at something, in that sort of range there. But rejection and then confirmation. Or if you are so bold, you're just playing the continuation. Once, if you get this late, it's above the level and it's starting to go, produces that candle. Once you have a flat top breakout here, you could be looking for continuation there. But you're running a riskier trade there, because that generally is going to be where your TP1 is off of a trade off of that level there. So NQ keeps tagging the daily trend line from below, and does keep popping up here. We are in that bearish order flow zone. Can you say the order of your algo without giving out your indicators? What do you mean? The order of my algo? We are pushing up still. Yeah, I do expect there to be a lower amount of liquidity today, given what the conditions of the market are suggesting for us. So where would I want to see this really topping out would be, this flat top breakout here, where we've had a little bit of an issue, kind of right there. So perhaps if we had a retest towards that 332 level, but you can see the volume is getting pretty heavy up here. So you do have folks that are trying to cap on shorts into this level. So I'd like to see a pullback potentially to, maybe 325 or so, and then maybe showing some strength at 325. Really the only one that's of notice right now that's giving us some play to the upside is really NVIDIA. Meta is still extremely pumped up. Meta is looking for all-time highs, could be this month if it continues, but Meta's been very, very strong. Microsoft's been holding up since the bounce. And really the laggards of the bunch have not really been doing much. We're talking about Tesla and Apple. Tesla and Apple have been really, really slow to do anything lately. Tesla's been bleeding quite a bit. Apple just cannot make up its mind whether or not it wants to trade above 170s. Wow, trader page, look at that. Holy smokes, very nice. Very, very nice trade there. I'm still learning how to read the Top Step X charts because I haven't used it enough. What's a handle? Handle is $1, 25 cents. In this case of the NASDAQ is a tick. One handle equals 4 ticks in the NASDAQ. We do have a webinar this week. I have a podcast on Wednesday, so the webinar would be on Thursday. If we somehow do not make it to Thursday, it'll be next Wednesday. But we're shooting for Thursday. Thursday. That would be ideal. You can see here we are pulling back just a little bit under that level. Let's see if we get any bids to firm up. It's not as sparse from a liquidity standpoint. Not as sparse. Like my algo order goes, like ATR baseline confirmation. I don't use an algorithm for trading. So. But yeah, handles are 4 ticks. Ticks are 25 cents in the NASDAQ. Ticks range from instrument to instrument. We are pushing back up a little bit here. Meta is showing a little bit of strength. We are 20 minutes from the top of the hour. Obviously, any trade that you put on right now can be skewed and changed from just one single player coming into this. We are at an area right now, however, where if we do show a lot of strength, we could be pushing up and tagging up into those 350s there. We had a takeout candle up top there all the way at, what is the high of that? Is that 344? So it didn't quite make it all the way up to 350. Russell is $25 per tick. Missed the new order block on the 5-minute. Which instrument there? Yeah, we're still holding on those 330s here. NQ, let's see. Perhaps that in that area here. But yeah, very efficient market right now, which again leads us to not leave a lot of gaps behind, makes it a little bit more. I mean, an efficient market, you want an efficient market, especially as an investor, but as a trader, you want inefficiencies to trade off of. Makes it a lot easier to find your spots. Let's see these 330s, if these are going to hold. And I'll put on some risk in the market here. It might as well. Trading combines right now, by the way. Big rejection off of those 330s. So if we do see this auctioning, I want to see this clearing up above. Ideally, I want to see this through 44. And I could do an ad right around here. I'll move my stop up right there. So we actually do have this pulling back to 31s or so. We get another ad there, 31 quarters. I could actually cheat that up to about 31 3/4 there. What do you mean inefficient market? What signs are there as inefficiency here? There are no signs of inefficiency, and that's because we have overlapping wicks and 3-candle patterns. So it's not leaving behind inefficiencies that are worth trading. But, we can still try to trade around zones of exhaustion. For instance, we're looking for this to have a clean breakout. There's going to be a lot of stops that are up there. It had a very violent rejection. So if we have follow through and that rejection is negated, we're going to see a lot of this. We've already seen some squeezing here. We could potentially see some squeezing from leftover orders in that area there. But we are just consolidating here towards the top side. That's why we're trading on combines here. Percy says, I've got to stop and have a word with myself down again today. Hopefully you're trading on combines. Hopefully you're not doing anything out of your wheelhouse there. Ribs, nothing personal, but I'm fading you right now. Good luck to you, Mark. Hope one of us wins. Are we allowed to trade micro Bitcoin or can we trade regular Bitcoin too? I don't think regular Bitcoin is available, just the micros, because regular Bitcoin contracts are super expensive. I traded Bitcoin futures and they were, micro and nano. Thank you, Flyer. Regular Bitcoin futures, very expensive. Very, very expensive per tick. Do you like coffee? I love coffee. I have black coffee every morning before I start jumping onto the monster train here. But yeah, if we had an inefficient market, it gives us a lot more areas to set up and take trades from. But this is right now an efficient market. Shogun Beat says, just came back from the gym after a good chest workout, ready to make the dollar of the day. Good luck to you, Shogun. Yeah, I'm excited to hit the gym today. It's probably going to be a pretty light day of trading for me. I don't even think I'd be touching my XFAs on today. Maybe not even until CPI, but we'll see. I've been very choosy with my trades in my XFAs. I haven't touched my live in, I feel like, over a month. I'd have to go back and see, but have really not been trading anything in my live and then be very limited on my XFAs as well. What does Mr. Kofifi drink? I want some of that. I'm going to go with coffee. I think that Kofifi drinks coffee. Monday is always chest day, international chest day, right? Might break the rules and do some legs today. Ribs, nothing personal, and I think you're correct, but I can't buy in right now. I seem sleepy and worried I'll get chopped. That's fine. I mean, I think that's self-control right there. It's good discipline, and always trading your own plan is going to serve you better than blindly following somebody else's plan. The only way that you'd ever want to follow somebody else's plan is if it's intertwined with your own, if you're seeing the market in that same way. And that's why I always ask, if I put on a trade and it ends up being a winner, I always ask, hey, did anybody see that way? Does anybody have a similar trade on? Blindly following people, you won't really learn. And that's, again, one of the reasons why we have Clubhouse is that it's a very collaborative effort in here. And it's not just, I put on this trade. It's like, why did you put on this trade? What was the reasoning behind that trade that got you in that trade? So again, if we break out these 44s here, things can get speedy, but I expect that we might have a little bit of a kerfuffle running into these 44s. Yeah, stick to your own strategy. There you go. Expecting the market to touch 18,000 before rallying. Wow, that's a lofty target there. Very well could, but I think it's kind of a little bit lofty there. See if we can get a little ad here on a pullback. Having some sellers coming in as we touch that 44 and a little bit of a rejection here, but I'd like to get a fill on the bid here at 39 halves. If there is no inefficiency, would you expect a fast move to the downside? No, not necessarily at all. We got filled there on our second lot. Let me bring this over here. I guess I got to bring this down a little bit too. There we go. Oh, that doesn't do it. There we go. So as long as these 40s are holding, we're going to get that test up there. That 44 is what we need to blow through there. We're going to have stops that are above that, and then we could potentially start making the excursion all the way up to 365 quarters. It's always mobility Mondays at the gym for me. Training outside of normal alignment is fun. There you go, Astro Nerd. DV8 says, I had bad losses on Friday, but you showing your losses really helped me not get so upset too and learn from it. There you go. Very nice. That's why it's good to be transparent here on YouTube. Trader Joe is on a cruise ship between Miami and Spain. Can't miss the show. Nice. Enjoy your cruise, Trader Joe. Always very supportive of the stream here. Really appreciate you. Do you have a class for adding to position? Every day is a class here. Every single day. But we do have an amazing group of traders here in the Discord. We have an incredible group of traders. There's your, by the way, so this is what it looks like for when you're popping stops above a certain area. We said above 44 gets a little bit spicy there. And I'm just watching to see whether or not we have these 50s kind of holding. And a potential squeeze all the way up to 65 quarters is what we're looking at here. So we'll do a sell limit here at 58. I got to bring this down a little bit here. So sell limit here at 58. Seeing if we can get this wrestling up and over here. By the way, the hotkey tool may be getting demonstrated here on stream in the very near future. I had a wonderful conversation with our talented developer, Cargo Cult, which was lovely. Let me actually bring this down here, 54 3/4. So we can front run that 55. A little dicey here. Just a little tick up and then we get filled. There's our fill. We're going to kill that order. Then we're going to move our stop up. There we go. Now here's where I ask the question. Did anybody see this like I saw this? Did anybody see the long there? I know a lot of you folks were long a lot earlier than I was, but by golly, we had some conversation to have, didn't we? Little pullback there to the 50s. Hotkeys will be so helpful in the heat of trading. I love that. Yeah, definitely. Not lying. So my stop here is at 47 3/4. The reason why we put a stop there is because we want to give 50s a chance to hold. 48 might be a little bit too tight. 49, definitely too tight. We want to give 50s a little bit of breathing room that if we get a flash down and we want to bid up 50s, 47 3/4 will give us just enough juice to, give us that little hold right there. Need to learn how to keep winners a little bit longer. Practice makes perfect, right? So you're using the 50-minute. I didn't see it much on the hourly chart. Yeah, always if you're not finding your setup on the hourly, it goes in stages. You start at the 4 hour, go to the 1 hour. 1 hour goes to 15, 15 goes to 5, 5 goes to 1. Now you can argue that 5 can go to 3, 5 can go to 2, or 5 can go to 1, but any of those lower time frames are going to serve you well. So again, 4 hour goes to 1 hour, 1 hour goes to 15, 15 goes to 5, 5 goes to 1. Nice trade there, Trader Page. Looking like you caught the juice there. Julie's jumped in, up $630. Nicely done. There you go. So again, that's why we use our stop at 47 and 47 3/4 is because our target up top there is at 65 quarters. And we want to give this room to breathe, that if we did see that pullback right above those 50s, then we want to be there for it. We want to make sure that we're not getting in the way of those 50s. Now 60 is showing some overhead resistance here, and we are on lower liquidity, so we have to see this make a move here in the near term. Nice, Mr. Kofifi. Up, looks like $16,000. Hotkeys made me this. There you go. So if you ever wanted an endorsement on how these hotkeys work, Mr. Kofifi is currently up $16,000. Very, very nice. $16,300 looks like. So here we come up to our next level here of 365. Is what it looks like over here. So again, this is why we just don't blindly trust. You know, we draw order flow zones. We don't blindly trust, but we had a plan. We said if we have a breakout above this flat top breakout, we retest, then we go long. And that's exactly what we did. We had a retest right here, and you can see it plain clear as day here on that 15-minute wick there. We wick rejected on that flat top breakout. We don't blindly follow our bearish order flow, because that's what knuckleheads do. All right, stop's going to go up here in case we have a harsh rejection. Stop is going up there. Does everybody understand this trade? Is everybody all on the same page with this trade here? You know what's funny is that I've been copying 4 accounts, lucky 4 accounts, but today I'm copying only 3 accounts. Why I did that today? Don't ask. No idea. No idea why all of a sudden I decided to copy only 3 accounts today. Joe says, rips, as I mentioned, overnight level 70-ish too. Very nice. So there we go. We tapped right into our clubhouse level there. Look at that. What was the rejection level? Anybody? Anybody know what the exact rejection level was? Anybody? Can anybody chime in there? What was it to the tick? Anybody know? Huh. So it was 65 quarter or 65 even? Huh. 65 quarter is what I see on my end there. So 65 quarter to the MC level rejection. Bingo, bango. There we go. How about that? I don't know. Maybe you'll have to rewind the stream, but did we or did we not have that level drawn exactly? There we go. All right. So there's our trade. We did get stopped out there. I should have put in, if I had 3 contracts, one of those TPs would have been at 65 quarters right at our level. But there we go. Let's see what we're at now. Let's do a little. We took no trades to start the day, and with that trade, it brings us up to, there we go, $2,300. $2,300. Danny just passed a combine with that trade. Let's go, Danny. Give it up. Danny making it happen this morning. There we go. Is there any video on the level-to-level trading entries, etc.? Yeah, you're in luck, GMC. The webinar series that we have is absolutely incredible. We go over a lot of that stuff in the webinars. I would recommend just spending your time working through those webinars if you have any downtime. Luna posted something very helpful above, and I'll link it back here. Luna is super, super helpful. Posted a really nice welcome message. I got to scroll back to it here. Looking for it. There we go. So right here is the message link. Check that out, GMC. Luna, very, very helpful here. So there we go. There's our one trade there in the NQ. We are 5 minutes from the top of the hour. Very happy to make that happen there. Very nice. Nice Kofifi. Wow, look at that. Just pushing. I love it. Folks, if you're enjoying the stream, we've been streaming for about an hour here. If you are enjoying the stream, there's one easy way to show that you're enjoying it. And that's just clicking that like button right down below. Super, super easy. Super simple. Playing around with more than one contract today honestly feels better to be able to scale out. That said, it is very different with the drawdown growing quick in a normal move. Yeah, you have to be able to take that heat. Got to be able to take that heat. So above this level, we do have room a little bit higher, but we have to get up and over this area that could be a little bit troublesome here. So what is giving this move to the top side right now? We're seeing Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Meta and Apple all kind of tuning up here. So we're seeing the majority of the Magnificent Seven kind of coming alive here, which is giving us some play to the top side. We have made back basically 75% of the dump that we saw in the S&P and the NQ from, that big dumpacito that we saw. I mean, that's not a flushacito. That was a dumpacito. That was a big old massive, this is the one we're talking about, this whole thing right here. That was a massive dumpacito. So we are seeing that coming back. We've made back, I'd say probably 65, 68, 75, somewhere in that range percentage wise. But yeah. Where's Luna's link? It's in the clubhouse there, Roselle. Any silver traders here? Silver recently broke out of a long-term descending trend line. Don't trade it on Top Step, but took a position in my Thinkorswim account. Fingers crossed. Good luck to you, Adam. I don't think I've ever actually traded silver. I've traded copper. I think I've traded platinum, traded gold. I'm trying to think of the metals that I've traded. I don't know. Copper was a really good trade for a while. I forget when I traded it, but it was a good trade for a while. Yeah, markets are reflexive and they love to find balance, and this is why we give back huge moves like this. We had a big move to the downside there. If you were here for it, it was like a 500-point move to the downside. Caught a platinum long last night, banked on it. Nice there. Very, very nice. I think, did silver get added to Top Step X? There was a huge amount of things that were added to Top Step X, I believe, on Sunday. O'Keefe up $352. Let's go, O'Keefe. Nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, great work there, Mr. Kofifi. Great trading. Micro gold, platinum, what else? Silver? No silver. Gotcha. Okay. So Platypus Jones got added. That's nice. Up 1,300 on an NQ trade. Let's go, M2. See, we had a lot of people that saw the same trade that I saw, and they took that. And I love to see that. And it was great, too, because we had that nice little ad on that pullback there. I mean, this is the 30-second chart, but you get what I'm saying. We had that beautiful pullback ad right there. The only red candle until we had that beautiful excursion to the top side. And that is a perfect ad on that pullback there. So is that fair value gap between 350 and 339 in your opinion? On what time frame, which chart? There's a very small one that's kind of where that bearish order flow zone was. That was where the pullback was that we added into that trade. Was Bitcoin added to Top Step X? Good question. Does anybody know if Bitcoin, micro Bitcoin, or nano Bitcoin is added to Top Step X there? Slowly building my 50K XFA. Nice work, Midland Trader. I mean, that doesn't seem slow to me. That seems like that's some big, that's going to add up. I mean, if you averaged $432 every single day, if you just made that your average, you'd be up $8,000 at the end of a month. Because there's about 20 trading days in a month. So you'd be up, $8,600. That's no small feat right there. What's $8,600 extra bucks going to do for you a month? It adds up. It's a great trading day right there. No Bitcoin on Top Step X yet. Thank you. Appreciate that. Always put it into perspective. Always put it into perspective. People like to say like, oh, I only made $200, or oh, I only made $300 today. Well, do the math and see how much that adds up per month. It adds up rather quickly. You'd be pretty surprised. Adds up very, very quickly. And Israel is leaving their base rate unchanged. And there's your 9 a.m. injection of liquidity here. Go over to Bookmap so we can see that. So again, kind of kerfuffling at the 64 quarters level. We are 30 minutes here from the open. Yeah, there you go. 300 times 3. There you go. Nice trade there, J-Mac. My 150K combine was negative 3,000 into the drawdown on Wednesday night. It's at plus 1,059 now, thanks in part to last night. Currently up 2,200 on the day. Nice work there, Jeff. Good going. Love to see that. Internet outage in Iran. I'm not seeing that on my end here. Let's see. Yeah, not seeing that on my end here. I trade Forex, only made $5,200 today. Are we entering a supply zone on the hourly? Let's have a look here. I mean, absolutely, this overhead supply area at 407 quarters, right? I mean, this is a big, strong level here. So this would be the area where we'd want to see a harsh rejection. If we have continuation over 407 quarters, that means that we're going to see a lot of stops being popped, and then we have to judge whether or not that's a draw of liquidity to the top side. If we make it up there, do we have continuation in the equities? And this could very well just be a nice draw up here in this area to where we just kind of fail down and we get some more juice to squeeze to the downside. We're capturing a bunch of longs here. I'm actually done, locked in my gains. We'll keep listening in over the open. Congratulations, Julius. Nothing better than locking up before the market even opens. Love to see that. I had 2 daily loss limit after that 500-point dump day. You know, I used to have the same thing happen to me all the time where I'd have massive days. And then you get all of this euphoria and all of this confidence, and you go into the next trading sessions because you're up so much money, and you start to think, who cares if I lose a couple grand today? And then it just kind of, that kind of flippant attitude will get you in trouble. At least I know it did in my journey. I would have massive 6-figure days and spend the next 2-3 days giving it all back, if not more. And it's one of the worst things that can happen because you feel like garbage. It's no fun. One of the things I can recommend is that if you have a really, really big day, is you just need to take a day off or take 2 days off, because the likelihood that you're going to give that back raises up a touch, and that euphoria can be a total killer. Josh, very nice trading there, up $625. Very, very nice. Love to see that. That's where you are, Drifa. Yeah, just, it's taking days away from the market proves a couple different things. It proves that you're in control, which is one of the big things. Having self-control helps your mentality and your psychology in trading, because it shows that you're being good to yourself. And the more that you can trust yourself, I had a huge problem with not being able to trust myself. The more that you can trust yourself, the better you're going to be, because ultimately in trading, you're in a relationship with yourself and nobody else. There's nobody telling you what to do. You're the one clicking the buttons. And by golly, it's so easy to click buttons and do yourself some harm. I mean, right now I'm up, get the profit up here. I'm up $2,300. You give me 20 seconds and I could make this a $20,000 loss. I'm not going to do it, but I guarantee you that in 20 seconds that I can make this just by recycling 15 contracts at a time, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. I could wipe out this profit faster than you know what to do with. And that's the thing, is that when you're taking trades in the market, you're buying in spreads. You're already in the negative when you're buying. Dylan says, prove it. Go hard, Greg says, Rips just passed my 150K combine. Thanks for the psychological tips based from your experience. Nice. Give it up for Greg in here. That's a great feeling. Passing a 150K, that's no easy feat. Give yourself a nice pat on the back and take it easy. Now that you're going to the XFAs, take it easy. Thankfully, we have that, the scaling plan, which forces you to pump the brakes and only allows you to trade those 3 contracts. Well, only in air quotes here. But yeah, there you go. Rips, you still need to let chat trade a combine for you with polls. Well, we did that on Top Step TV. By the way, I'm going to be on Top Step TV tomorrow. It's the only time I'm on this week. We're continuing the only one appearance a week thing, which is fantastic. It means more time with you folks in here, which is wonderful. Past 350K combines, nice work, Zach. Look at you folks are killing it out there, passing combines left and right. Something to be said about our community in here, that we have a lot of talented folks in here that are making it happen, and I love to see that. Wow, look at that. So Believe Yourself, good to see it, has locked up all of their trading here and up $500 per account, if I'm not mistaken there. So you're up $2,500 there, Believe Yourself. Is that right? Congratulations there. Way to use that lockout feature. Yeah, $2,500. There you go. Very, very nice. Well done. That's awesome. What is the indicator that shows the long and the short arrows? Is there an indicator long and short arrows? Long and the short arrows. Where are we seeing the long and the short arrows? Are we talking about this right here? These are my actual trades left behind. This is my long entry, my ad, and then my cover. And that's just NinjaTrader. You're just showing that on the chart there. You do great work, Rips. Learned a ton from you in a short period of time. Saw you first on Top Step TV. Nice, thank you. Rips, I have 2 other 150K combines to pass. Should I go for it today or take a day off? You're going to know. And I always say that if you are questioning whether or not you should take the day off, the answer is almost 100% of the time yes. Because, I mean, you have a limited amount of mental capital that you have to spend per day. There's a very limited amount that you have. And I used to think that I had an infinite amount. And it took me a while to figure that out. It took me a while to realize, because, when you're trading big size, you have a lot of adrenaline going. You're maybe a very competitive person and, you have a certain personality that can kind of override things. I don't know if any of you folks out there have ever played poker and played like a very long session. You're fueled on adrenaline of playing poker. Trading for me was a lot similar to that, where you're fueled on this adrenaline, which you shouldn't be in trading. But it would trick my mind thinking that I was still, I had mental capital available, but my processing would be much slower. And the choices I would make would be worse choices in trading. And it was because I was fatigued and I didn't have mental capital to spend. So generally speaking, if you want to take a break, if you're feeling that you should be taking a break, take that break. You're not going to miss anything other than the market, moving around, and the market's going to continue to move around with or without you. And sitting there and judging whether or not you're still in the pocket is going to be probably a big waste of your time and mental capital there. And the longer the poker session, the more errors. Yeah. That's why it's like, it's crazy. I've pulled some big long sessions in poker, but yeah, you got to respect the amount of mental capital that you have available to you and think about it as like, you have a bank every single day of mental capital. And as you're taking trades or watching the market, you're slowly spending from that tank. And once that tank is empty, you got to stop. And if you keep going, it's going to be worse and worse and worse. Ribs, Top Step and Company should have a Coachella-style waste management golf tournament featuring top traders. I would be I'm a god-awful golfer. I'm one of the worst golfers I've ever met. I'm terrible. I tried to be better at golf, and it is, you got to understand the things that you're good at in life, and you got to recognize where you really fall short in life. Golf is one of those things I'm just terrible at. I might be one of the worst golfers out there. Took me 3 years of trading to realize that you do need those breaks. I ended up going on a 2-week vacation, came back so refreshed. Isn't it crazy too? You come back and it's like the love for trading is reinvigorated, and you just like, I don't know, you get some pep in your step. It feels great taking breaks away from trading. That's why I love 3-day weekends now. And there's a disagreement amongst traders depending on how long you've been doing this for. But there's some traders where I can't believe the market's closed. I hate this. And then there's some traders where, it's like, I want to take those days off. I appreciate the time away from the market. I love chasing a ball around a big field. If you ever see Robin Williams' bit, he had a great bit on golf. He's hilarious. He was, rest in peace. But he had a great bit on golf, Robin Williams. If you have time, look that up on YouTube. Great, great thing. Ribs, isn't this a potential for long? We're so close to the open, and we're in a lower liquidity environment right now. You can see, pretty clearly here that liquidity is dying down. You can see volume is dying down significantly ever since we kind of topped out at our Clubhouse level there at 65 quarters. So volume is declining. We're going to have an injection of liquidity at 915, 920, 925, and then off the open. And so that can be a little bit less predictable. And I would like to avoid that chop. So I'm likely not going to trade here until the open. Let's see. Did we get it up to 500 likes to do a poll here? Get it up to 1,000 likes? Yeah, we are. Perfect. So we do 1,000 likes, we'll do a giveaway. Let's do a poll. Will the NQ end the day up or down? Up, down. There we go. Just passed another 50K on that oil run. Nice there, WD. Hey. Taking breaks for me and then coming back definitely reinvigorates the respect for the trading arts. I agree. 100% Astronerd. Yeah, Robin Williams, nothing like him. His energy was unmatched. I console myself by noting that the pros are only twice as good as I am. They score 8 and 18 holes what I score in 9. Yeah, I can shoot a 70, no problem, by the way. I can shoot a 70, but only on the front 9. That's usually what I come in at. That's how good I am at golf. We put up a flag to give them hope. It's a great bit. You got to go watch it. It's such a good bit. Classic. And the NQ will end the day up or down. That's your guess. There you go. Wow, 55% are saying up. That's pretty strong. And we're only up 0.3% in the NQ here. Better at Frisbee golf? Yeah, Frisbee golf's interesting. I don't think I've ever actually played Frisbee golf, but I think there's some courses around. Hitting golf balls after a losing day, very therapeutic. Yeah. I mean, I like the driving range. You just put me on regular play course and it's just like, forget about it. I got to buy a 12 pack of balls just to make it halfway through. Hey, Rips, I'm 1.7K away from passing a 150K combine. It's the moment I usually start giving everything back. Any tips? Start a new combine. Simple as that, because what you're creating is an artificial environment and it's in your own mind. It doesn't exist in reality. And it's normal. We do this as traders. We create artificial environments where it's the difference between trading our combine and trading in our XFA. Even if, like, sometimes I'll be completely undisciplined in trading my combines, and that will be either because the market environment's frustration, tilt, whatever the case, or for some reason I just don't care that day. And that's not a good habit to have. But, you know, there's sometimes where I won't trade my combine like I'll trade on my XFAs. But then there's days like today where I would trade it completely how I trade on my XFAs. And if you're one of those people who trades your combines exactly how you trade on your XFAs, you're still going to feel a little bit of pressure trading your XFA versus trading your combine, because in the back of your mind, you know that there's real money on the line. You know that you can take withdrawals from those XFAs. And so it messes with your psyche a little bit, but it all exists right here. It doesn't actually exist in reality. And that's the big difference. Most of the stuff when it comes to trading doesn't actually exist in reality. Most of the things that are jamming you up exist between your two ears here. And it's all artificially created by your own self. And so mastering your own self is the key to beating that. So what I say to you, MC, is start a new combine, wait until your nerves get settled back in, proving to yourself that you can still trade, and just trade on that combine until you feel comfortable to go back to the original. And if you go on it and you start to feel, you know, palms are getting sweaty, heart's starting to race, go back to the one that you just bought and just pace yourself. If your trading is too stressful, then you're probably just gambling. I disagree. You know, I've had great setups where I'm still stressed about it because I have a lot of money on the line to make money in that trade. And I've had extremely successful, very, very successful trades where I'm very stressed out. My biggest trade of all time, I was very, very stressed out. You don't trade the markets, you trade your beliefs about the market. I like that. You are the spoon. There you go. Yeah, this looks like distribution up here, right? But the market hasn't opened yet. Right there, you see that pop up right there, 51 to 56. 5-handle pop out of nowhere. That's one single player or maybe two players that are doing that. But algorithms are sidestepping that price action. I don't want to be a part of that chop right now. I always trade evaluation accounts more aggressive and end up blowing it. Pump the brakes, Dustin. Just trade them not as aggressively. There's a one-on-one that I did last week. There was somebody who was trading combines very, very aggressively. And every single time they went into the XFA, they would blow that account. And the reason why was because they were just so used to just pressing the gas on their combines. They weren't really giving themselves a chance to trade. They were just pressing the gas and just all gas, no brakes. That's not what you want to do. You want to trade your combine exactly how you're going to trade on your XFA. Just passed first ever 50K combine. Give it up for Jimbo. Let's go, Jimbo. Way to go. That's like golf. I was taught from when I first took it up that the most important thing is between my ears. There you go. It's very true. Yeah, trading is a lot like golf. It is. I prefer tennis, though. That's my sport. I love playing tennis. Maybe I should give golf another whack. No pun intended, but maybe I should give it another whack. Every single time I get into it, I hate the fact that I got back into it. I've probably tried to get back into golf like 5 or 6 times now. I'm just one of those fools that just keeps coming back for more punishment. But I mean, the last time I golfed must have been like 2 years ago now. I haven't gone back. I don't even think I've hit the driving range in at least 2 years. Now that I'm making money in trading, I had the thought that I should get into golf as well. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's a reason why it's so popular. It's a great sport, but everybody's different, right? I personally prefer tennis to golf. When you get married, you learn to love golf, whether you love golf or not. Having images of Rips throwing the club further than the ball went. I've never snapped a club, I'll tell you that. I've never broken a club. I've never actually snapped a club like on my leg or anything. Pickleball, nah. I prefer tennis over pickleball. I have played pickleball, but I was not a fan. In fact, the last time I played pickleball, I told everybody, I said, why aren't we just playing tennis? This is ridiculous. No shade on pickleball players out there, but those were the words that came out of my mouth. I said, why aren't we just playing tennis? This is ridiculous. Oh, goodness. All right, I'm going to grab a quick Celsius here. I'll be right back. All right, see, that was quick. Is he talking about you, G-Trade? No, wait, are we trying to figure out who I'm talking about with one-on-ones now? Oh, come on, no. I'm not going to share those stories anymore if we try to guess who they're about. Nobody's talking about all of us most of the time. Do you have a pot in the corner of your trading room? I have a no, I didn't go to the restroom. I got another monster. I got one of these bad boys. I just went on the carpet. No big deal. Ribs, any advice on being a part-time trader while still working a day job? Good question, Jay Patrick, and welcome. Welcome on in. I would say for you, what you want to do is you want to find and block out a certain amount of time that you have that you are not focusing on anything outside of trading. That might be in the morning. It might be before you're going to bed. It might be when you get home from work. It might be on your lunch hour. You need to find a block of time where you can actually just focus on trading. And then once you find that block of time, that's going to be your primary focus for trading. The block of time that I like to focus on for trading primarily for me is between 8 a.m. and noon in the Eastern time zone. If you only have 30 minutes, you could perfectly get by from trading 9:30 to 10, 8:30 to 9, 10:30 to 11. There's going to be pockets of time that you can find, but figure out what it is in that time where you are not going to be disturbed by, I need to worry about work, I need to worry about my family, I need to worry about this. You want to have complete focus where you can just focus on that trading for that block of time. Drywall bucket next to the fridge. We call that a trader bucket. For everyone who is experiencing the total eclipse, do not look at the sun. I know how many people who have bad retinal damage and who have gone blind from the one in 2017. No kidding. Holy smokes. Make sure you use those special glasses. Yeah, don't look up. Do not. Even though it's being covered, don't look. You'll definitely get retinal damage. Thank you, Vincent, for the warning. Rips, I need a block of time away from my wife nagging me. Any advice? Oh, goodness. Oh, gee, trader. Yeah, there you go. Don't look up. If you could only pick 30 minutes, would you trade before the market opened or after? Well, gosh, that's a loaded question. 30 minutes is a very small amount of time for trading, but if I had to choose, it depends. On days where there's certain news releases at 8:30, I'd probably pick between 8:30 and 9 because I love playing news releases. But then there's some days where I'd like to play maybe 9:45 to 10:15. Because at least you're getting that initial balance, right? And you're not playing the open unless you have a really nice strategy for playing the momentum off the open. I might look at the eclipse and trade pattern today. Rips in Vegas, what's your position or what's your poison to gamble? Biggest win? Baccarat, biggest win. I mean, I've had some really, really nice wins out in Vegas. I did a lot of sports betting for a while. I've definitely held, I'm not even going to touch that, but yeah, I've had some good times in Vegas, Rips, first day here, do you have a set time for your shows? Every day we start at 8 a.m. Eastern. And we roll it until the party bus wheels fall off. Good morning, all. Giving Clubhouse a try here after tuning in to Rips on YouTube for the past 2 weeks. Hey, welcome. Ramazella. Nice. Welcome. Craps is 100% my favorite to play at the casino. I like playing Baccarat. Baccarat's my game. I mean, I like playing blackjack, of course, but Baccarat is nice. You meet a lot of interesting characters playing Baccarat. I love playing Baccarat. And Q. Yeah, I mean poker. I don't really consider poker a casino game. If somebody's like, hey, what's your game to play in Vegas? I'm thinking table games. Poker to me is a game of skill, and so I don't really consider that a table game, but I love playing poker. Hopefully, maybe we'll do some kind of charity poker tournament when we're all out there for our Vegas excursion there. Hopefully we'll do something like that. It'll be a lot of fun. Market is going to be opening here in about 8 minutes, folks. Make sure you are taking those restroom breaks. Make sure you're all ready to go here. I'm not going to be trading my XFAs, I don't think, on the open here. I have selected the trade copy here for our 3 Top Step Combines, which, by the way, are all very, very close to passing. So these would be added to the roster of accounts to eventually sub in if I blow XFAs. Blackjack or roulette. I had a friend who played a lot of roulette and crushed it somehow. Roulette was too slow for me, even though Baccarat is very slow too, or can be. I like ripping the cards, bending the cards, And like I said, you meet the most interesting people playing Baccarat. Craps is the best game. They're all fun, right? I think I had my longest roll in craps was like an hour and 45 minutes. I had one really hot roll in the craps table. Rips, on Friday, you talked about the 1.2 mil Apex sign-on bonus of a certain affiliate trader. I cannot find any mention of this anywhere. Source. It's no big deal. It is what it is. I'm sure there's information out there on Twitter. You can clock the wheel. All wheels have a mechanical bias, and you can find an exploit. That is true. You're not wrong about that. How many combines do you keep on the shelf? Well, let's see. I mean, I buy them whenever, On Friday, we went through 6 maximum daily losses, and then we had 3 that we hit maximum daily profit. So what do we have here? We got 3, 6, 9. I think I have about 12 here. 9, maybe 10. Let's see. Let's actually count. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have 11. 11 combines right now, but 3 of them are very close to passing. Ever trade at the Baccarat Salon? That's that's a loaded question, of course. I mean, why wouldn't I? You crazy? Pull out the old laptop, just put in a trade? Yeah. Come on, you know me better than that, Redbird. How often do you blow XFAs? Not very often. I don't even remember the last time I blew an XFA. I've had these bad doggers for a hot minute, so I don't know. When's the last time I blew XFAs? Maybe February. I mean, January was when I got pulled out of my XFAs into live, so maybe it was February. It's last time. Having a decent run since last night. Almost there. Way to go, G-Trader. Let's go. Let's go. In the movie Boiler Room, they call Rips commissions per contract. Cool. Hey, that's right. I forget about that. Yeah. That's a great movie. It's underrated. Vin Diesel, Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck, very small part in that one. But Vin Diesel, and then that kid who's such a good actor. I mean, not a kid anymore, but that kid is such a good actor. Yeah, Ribisi. There you go. Thank you. He is so good. He's, again, underrated. He should have gotten way more roles. He was always like a B player. That was like the first time he was an A player. He's a great actor, though. How many past combines can you have? As many as you want. See, there you go. So again, we talked about this. There's your 925 injection of liquidity. Can you really see that coming? If we had thicker liquidity, I promise you they're not going to do that. Which, by the way, 5 minutes, I'm going to do a quick restroom break so that we can hang out and trade here. I'll be right back. Alrighty. We are back. Yeah, and this is why I caution, caution against trying to trade where it's lower liquidity. It makes for a very difficult trading environment, right? All right, let's end the poll here. Let's see how we did, folks. The poll is completed, and we have 50% saying up, 26% are saying not a flipping clue, and 22% are saying down. That's 745 votes there registered. No time limit on the past combines as long as you pay for them. If you pay for them, they'll wait in the wings for you indefinitely, which is fantastic. That is the beauty of it. Look at this rejection off of 365 and a quarter there. That drop is what hits your stops and messes with your head right before the open. Exactly right. Yeah, Cash Gary is speaking at, I have him speaking at 7. Oh, yeah, you're right. 6 p.m. Chicago. I have him 7 Eastern, so 6 Chicago time. But yeah, Cash Gary speaking after the market is closed, which means that we'll be digesting his commentary tomorrow. Well, and during the Globex session, of course. We are coming down here. No news, by the way. No news. I think there you go. All right, 90 seconds till Boomtown here. Again, I'm going to be trading combines here. And let's see how this open treats us. See if we have anything worthwhile here. I am not from Chicago, no. I am not. All right, we are coming down to that area again, those 332s. So if we do break below this, we do have room down to 319. Seeing some rollover in equities right now. I want to be hands off probably for this open. What am I going to be looking for? I want to see some kind of balance here. I mean, there was a big draw of liquidity up there towards those 365s, but I mean, this could be negated pretty quick. We do have the VWAP down at 52.53 in the S&Ps, so there's a good chance that we'll interact with that down there if we do get a pullback and then kind of judge it from there. But we could be all gas, no brakes to the downside easily. 15 seconds here, folks. Good luck to you. Please trade with discipline today. Please be safe. Don't do anything crazy. How do you think the eclipse will make people freak out? It very well could. Here we go, folks. Markets are open. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Let's make today another great day here. So a little bit of a kerfuffle there at those 330s. Still looking a little bit weak. We're not getting a bounce up above that level. I'm going to try a short here, actually, because we're not getting a bounce above those 32s. So seeing if we can catch this move to the downside here. We have those 319s that we do need to break through. If we do break below those 319s, we could get very heavy here to the downside. So watching for these 319s to give. Nice little give there. Beautiful flush. Right to the VWAP. Watching here on a bounce back up. Seeing if 319s are still heavy. We came right to that 319 level. Very fast moving here. Looking to see if we have, I'm going to add into that here. Seeing if we have any more interplay to the downside. Apple is very, very weak here as well. Nice, a little bit of a flush there back into those 310s. But we are moving very, very quickly here. Right now, 319s are kind of holding. Watching here right at 315. See if we have a little bit more flush. Meta is weak here. Google strong, but Meta weak. If we can remain weak below 320s, I think that we can see a flush to the downside here. So watching here at these 330s. Adding into that there. Looking for us to bury the hatchet down to the south side here. Covering 2 and moving my stop right there. Looking for this flush below 310s now. Covering that there. Beautiful. So nice little scalp there on the range. Brings us up to 3,100 bucks. Very, very nice. So to the downside here, I want to see 300s clear out. If we do, we do have a room down to 293. Anybody else catch that opening range break to the downside there? Nice. Looking good. Let's let this develop a little bit more. Take our hands off the terminal here. Scalp 1 contract when you originally added, close plus 150. Nice there, Michael. It's looking very heavy, but I also see a lot of bids stepping in, so I just want to be hands off for now. Nice, one-man wolf pack up 900 on that drop. Way to go there. Not going to lie, but I enjoy you so much more than on fast markets. Happy you reduced your time. Thank you, Trader Page. I like it too. Although we're going to be on fast markets tomorrow. So what's concerning to me is how poppy it is, right? We have this burying the hatchet down low, and then we get these big old pops, which I just don't like. I'd love to short a monster pop if we get a pop back to like 330s or so, and then we reject, say, 332s. But it's just so difficult to judge this price action around here because it's so whippy. I mean, if you're short from 365, you're carrying this, but we didn't have that short on. So Tesla up, Google up, the rest of the Mag 7 trending down. Apple is breaking a key trend line here to the downside. We really do have to see this weakness, though, below 168s in Apple for this to start to crater. What am I using to see the large amount of bids? The depth of market and my tool, I can't speak. My tool of choice, my choice of tool is Bookmap. Yeah, bullish order or blocks down in here down to the 270s? No, I do not. All right, there's your 300s trading. So 293 quarters where I expect to see a little bit of slowdown in the NQ here. Oops. Kofifi, are you still using the hotkeys here? So watching for this to bounce towards 293 and potentially scalp a little bit more. Watching here, these 290s. And I wanted that bounce up to 293. We just didn't get that. So we are coming a little bit lower here. And I'm looking for any kind of bounce, and I'm just not getting that here. I wanted that bounce up towards 293. Didn't get that. So watching here on this bounce now. Some liquidity coming in. Looking here on the S&Ps, we're right at the VWAP. So if we did break VWAP here, it would be tremendously strong to the downside. Rips, I think I passed combines only good for a month. No. You have to pay for them, and then they're good for until you trade them. Just pay for them. Trying the short here off the lows, looking for 75s to break down. And I want to add to this if we get up to 293 or so. Move my stop. I want to add back on this bounce. Watching. Adding into that. Seeing some a little bit of displacement towards these 80s here. Apple is really sending it lower. So if we do break this on the S&Ps, we do have room, much more room to the downside here. If we do break that. Adding once more. I want to see big violence here to the downside. Watching for these 80s to snap. So adding into that because our stop is pretty tight here at 96. So adding into that for this flush down in through the 80s here. Little bit of sell side met with some buyers there at those 80s. Adding again here. I'm going to try to do my own hotkeys. Looking for this draw a little bit lower. All right, seeing if we can run these final two here. Watching here. I want to see 80 break again. So looking for a big snap at 80. We're still holding the S&P's VWAP, but it's looking very, very weak. So watching here for this 80 snap. Some liquidity as we enter into those 80s, but I think that we can melt right through here. There we go. There's that melt through 80s. What I like to see. Covering one. Very nice. A little trouble at 70s, but I think that we can flush 70s down to 61 here pretty easily. I'm going to actually move that stop to 80 even. So looking for 61s to trade. There's your 61s, a little bit of resistance there at 61. Let's see if we actually get through that. S&Ps are flirting with the breakdown. This is, again, a big area here. 61's big, big area. We're going to move the stop to 70.5. Big area here at 61. I do expect a potential bounce here. I do want to push this if we get this nice flush. Watching here right back at 60s. Adding into that for the flush down to 50 now. Beautiful. Taking off our add. Gorgeous. Moving our stop to 60 quarters here. Beautiful. Gorgeous downside move here. Yeah, there's your unwind on the S&Ps now. Very nice. So this is the rejection I'm looking for into 50s. Watching for this rejection into these 50s now. Looking for this. Do we reject here at 50s? That is the question. Adding into that, we had a little bit of a rejection into 47 there. Watching for this sweep down into 32. And trying to take one out there. Just a little bit late. Seeing if we get that. There we go. Got the pull. Moving my stop now. 44 halves. And stopped out there. So that's going to put us up on the day. We were up $3,100. That's going to now put us in the zone there. $6,200 on the day so far. Beautiful move to the downside here. If you caught that, go ahead and drop a W in chat. Let's see how we did, folks. Wow, look at you. Bunch of rock stars in here. I love to see that. Nice job, everybody. And look at that cover, too. Very prescient cover there on the downside. Did we get that low cover or what? Look at that. Oops. Look at that beautiful cover there, folks. Hats off to everybody who nailed that there. Cover, cover. Look at that. Wow. Very prescient move to cover there. Also, congrats to anybody who got long off of my cover there. Wow, John just passed the 150K combine. Give it up for John Newsom here in chat. Way to go, John. And SPT Andy passed her first 50K challenge. Thanks, Rips. Awesome, Andy. Let's go. Awesome. Look at this. Wow, look at all these greens. I love to see this, folks. Congratulations, everybody. Passed my first ever 50K. Nice. XFA up $1,000. Hey, let's go. You love to see it, folks. What a move. You know, there's a couple ways to show support. Number one is we do that. We click the like button below. The other way that you can show support in here, and it means a whole heck of a lot to me, if you are enjoying the stream here on YouTube, and this will keep the streams free. You just click on that link. I posted it in the YouTube chat. You just click on it. You let the link load, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Don't have to buy anything or whatever. Just click that link. If you're enjoying the chat, it shows that you support what we're doing here every single morning, 8 a.m. here on YouTube. Up 4.2K on the XFAs. Let's go. Hey, there you go. I'm seeing a lot of people locking out here too, which is great. XFA was at minus 3,000, now minus 1,000. Nice work there, Pat. Way to go. Lock that XFA, switching to combines. There you go. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go. Look at that big old bounce, though. This is why you have to be covering these things in a jiffy. 240 all the way up to 280 like that in a flash. Unbelievable, right? Liked and clicked on the link. Thank you, Rips. Awesome. Thank you, Ash. Appreciate your support. Locked out 200 before my daily loss limit. There you go. Love your transparency. Your channel really brings value. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you. Does volatility usually last after opening? It depends. I mean, today we don't have a lot of news, so we're kind of looking for that. You know, here, let me show you what I was looking for over on TradingView here. You know, we're looking for something quite specific on that. We were looking for that draw below the VWAP here in the S&P. And, you know, we have these zones drawn. We're expecting, you know, we're not looking for home runs here, even though you can consider, you know, $6,200 in a single opening here. I mean, well, obviously we had a trade in pre-market. It's a great day. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. But, you know, we're looking for that draw right below the VWAP, and I'm not expecting that to hold because we just don't have the news to support it. And it doesn't, you know, on the way down, I was seeing a lot of bid support coming in. That's why I initially didn't take the short there off the open. I saw way too many heavy bids stacking in. So we're not going into this with hungry eyes. We're looking for something very specific on this. And that was that draw right below the VWAP and then that violent rejection. Obviously, I didn't take the long on the violent rejection, but we're closing into that violent rejection there off the lows. So that's the trade that I like to see. That's the trade that we want to take. Love to listen to the call at the open. Played it perfect long and then the short covered plus 1,800. Give it up for Carl in here. Carl is one of the regulars here in the YouTube chat. Love to see you, Carl. Good luck to you and congratulations on your day. Passed my first combine. Jeez, how many people? Okay, if you passed a combine today, can you drop a W in chat? I'm curious. I just want to see how many W's we get in chat. If you passed a combine today, just drop a W in chat. I'm like $1,400 away on these accounts here. W. Wow, look at this. Wow, look at that. Past two. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. My VWAP settings. Let me show those to you here. Look at that. Nice. Yes. Let's go. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So here's my settings for VWAP. You can go back and pause the stream there, but I love it. I love seeing that. I love seeing all these W's in chat. It's amazing. Nice work, everybody. Up 1,700, my new XFA. Let's go. There you go. Amazing. Fumbled the trade. It's okay. It's just one trade. Just one trade. So I fooled around here on my first day and I'm up 3.3K. There you go, J. Patrick. Yeah, if you miss the trade, it's no big deal. Who cares? It's okay. It's one trade. Now, here's one thing from a psychological standpoint. If you miss that trade, the last thing you want to do is trying to trade with the expectancy that you're going to see that exact same move happen again. And it's really hard for our minds to comprehend. And you can even do this as a winning trader. You know, you take a winning trade and then all of a sudden you're getting aggressive in your next follow-up trade because your mind is saying, well, if I just did that on that trade, I'm going to do this on the next trade. It doesn't work like that. So if you didn't make that first move, don't be trying to make that first move out of a second move. Pump the brakes, take it easy, reel it in a little bit, regain that composure, let the heart rate come down. Don't be trying to press it. Took my payouts and funded myself green on the day. Thanks, Ribs. Nice, Freddie. Good luck to you. Congratulations. Had a big day Friday. Switched to micros today. Up 318 on that drop, and I'm done for the day. Nice work there, long game. There you go. Yep. Do not get suckered into over trading. That is right, Vibe Trade. Yeah, that's what you want to avoid. And it's very easy to do. The market is an evil temptress from time to time. It'll get you trading when you shouldn't be trading. We're currently sitting on our hands right now. We're watching this bounce back up right here on the 15-minute bar. Big old wick rejection there on that opening range. Apple had the same type of rejection too. It falls and it falls like a knife until it doesn't. And then you have an extraordinary bounce. That bounce was 40 points to the top side, and we still are racing up. Make it 50 points now. Big Sexy, so close to passing yet another combine. Very nice, Big Sexy. If I was in your shoes, I would just either cover that P&L, hide it, or just switch over to a different combine and not even bother touching it. That's just me, though. I mean, everybody's different. Missed because my stop was too close. Make sure you journal that trade, Zion, and see if there's any room for improvement. Maybe having a little bit of a wider stop, but if it doesn't fit your trade plan and you couldn't have had a wider stop, then that's okay too. But we journal it. Tesla is running, but not incredibly slow. Incredibly so. It's only about 3 points here. Got my sandwich on the bounce, 40 points. Nice work there, GC. And that's the thing, if you're one of those traders who's, I don't see this move to the short side, be patient. You never know when that opportunity can come up and you get it from the long side like GC did in here. Up 40 points. Very nice. Pro tip, if you're on YouTube, hit 2x speed every so often. You can easily end up 30 seconds behind due to the buffering during a bathroom chalupa. Yeah, definitely make sure that you're watching at 2x speed. Because it'll get you caught up to the live. You can also press the live button, and if you see the little red dot next to live, it means you're as caught up as you can be. But there is, I don't control it. I have it at the lowest latency for YouTube, but sometimes there's still about a 1 second delay on YouTube. If you don't want a delay, come on over in the Clubhouse, at least for the 7 days. Repacito, which flavor Celsius should I buy for the best gains? For the best gains, orange or grape, I would say. Orange or grape are going to give you the biggest gains out of all of them. Also, the peach tea is really good. Peach mango tea. Look at this. We are pushing up real hard here. Big rejection there off the lows in the S&Ps. Orange 100%. Yeah, I like orange. It's a good one. Who loves orange soda? Rips loves orange soda. What does it mean when you say you covered the position? It means that you closed it. You're covering your position. So we're covering our short. We're getting out of the position. Means that we're out. Orange is the best, not too sweet and with a kick. There you go. Happy Ramadan to those who celebrate. First time I need to lose money to pass a combine. Hey, it's a good problem to have. The best thing that you can do is recycle contracts to rack up commissions. Just buy market, sell market, but keep an eye on that actual account balance. You do not want to go under your profit target. How tall am I? I'm 6'1". Rips the Wolf of Wall Street. No, I do not want to be associated with that. I did meet Jordan Belfort, and he asked me if I wanted to get a picture with him. I said no. Met him at a friend's house. He's just as annoying as you would expect. Sorry, but yeah, whatever. Some people like him. I'm not one of them. Sorry. Do you copy trade on multiple accounts? We did today. We copy traded on some combine accounts. We did. Where are we? Here we go. This is our lay of the land today. We didn't trade on any of our express funded accounts. These are express funded down here. This is all we traded on right here. 3 top step combines. That's it. That's all we traded on today. Clicking the reverse button is a quick way to go in and out of contracts, rack up the commissions. By the way, if you made too much profit, had to do it on Friday. That's a good one, Mike. Also a good thing there. Another pro tip, if you need to lose money with fees on Top Step X, make sure it's on oil or metals. The fees are too cheap on indices. Thank you for that, Carl. Nice tip there. Some might say he's extra. Yeah, he's a person. Yeah, he's a person. Oh, goodness. If I pass multiple combines and pay the activation fee, does the most recently passed combine get activated or the oldest? I passed a few 50Ks last week, but passed a 150K today and would much rather that one get activated. So do you currently have 3 that are activated right now, Kirsten? What's your lay of the land? If you have 3 already, have you paid for any? You have 2. Okay, so just pay for the 150K right now if you want to get that one activated. And then if they're not activating it, just message support and say, hey, here's the account that was passed. Give them the Combine account number that was passed, and they'll get that over into the XFA for you. So I always pay my XFA fee the moment I get that email, because I already have 3 XFAs. I just pay that the moment I get that email, and I put a little star next to it in my email box, and I write down the account number. And then if I were to blow an XFA, I just give them that account number from the Combine, and then new XFA. Rip says, Top Step still require you to trade at least once every 5 days in a funded account? No. I haven't traded my live account in over a month, and it's still there. But no, there's no such rule. I believe it's 30 days, one trade every 30 days in the XFA that are active. This doesn't count for XFAs that are on the sideline. Let's see. I think someone else is saying something in our community. What was that? Up 3,200. Also, Rips, I've noticed now that Top Step doesn't reset my combines. Have to message them every time. Interesting. Huh. I'm sorry. I haven't noticed that. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I haven't noticed that on my end. I once needed to lose money to pass and end up doing plus 23K on all losses. This is why you just recycle contracts. Made 500, then I noticed I was on practice. Wow, I'm sorry about that, Bird. Happened to me on resets and still waiting. Interesting. I used used a free reset, or the 75% off reset last week, and it was almost instant for me personally. That's what happened with me. So I don't know. It was instant for me. I haven't had any issues with resets. We are coming back up here, touching the VWAP here. Interesting. NVIDIA is still kind of the laggard of the bunch. Meta and NVIDIA, which have been quite powerful lately. Tesla is tuning up. Microsoft is bouncing. Google's super strong again. And I'm not seeing any sort of headlines, no matter what I'm looking for. Nothing. Well, let's see here. Some news out of Taiwan semi, but nah. Not that. I mean, maybe that's why you're getting a little bit of a drop from NVIDIA, but I just say, nah, I don't think that's the reason why. My funded trader denied me an 8.6K payout. Don't recommend them. They also terminated my account because the way I scalp is not transparent. Yeah, I would just say, you know what? Trade on Top Step. I like trading on Top Step. They pay out. They pay out instantly for me, at least. I've never had any issues with payouts. I try to take a payout, once every week or every couple weeks. Up $453 for the day. I'm done. Nice work there. Let's go. Mitanshu, very nice. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with the resets, and I've not had any. The last time I activated an account was, last month in XFAs or 2 months ago, and I had no issues there either. So, yeah, I have not seen any of those same issues myself. 5 to 10 minutes for you, Netflix. Yeah, I've noticed that, on resets, they usually are about 5, 10 minutes tops. Trades less than 5 seconds, perfectly fine too. I haven't seen anything about that. There's Top Step says one rule now, right? One rule is don't hit your maximum daily loss limit. That's it. One step, one rule. That's it. Anything else is free game. Trade the news. And then obviously, you can't go long in one account, short in another account on the same instrument. That's obviously hedging, and you'll get a lifetime ban for that. Top Step is the hardest to pass, but they always pay. If you're having trouble passing, the 50K is not that hard to pass, in my opinion. They're all, trading's difficult, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying in terms of passing versus other companies, you're wanting to trade on it like you trade on your XFA. So, you're going to pass when you pass. You shouldn't be like, shouldn't be like gunning to pass. You should be passing when you pass. If the market's great that day, maybe you get 50% of the way there. What are you waiting to see now to enter? We're just kind of chopping around in this liquidity here, and it's hard for me to trust this. And I'm not seeing congruence from the marketplace. We're seeing like Google going straight up, NVIDIA straight down, Amazon can't figure it out. So we're not seeing a lot of confluence right now. S&Ps are very tight in this range. And again, we go into this expecting this because we don't have any news until 11 a.m. Let's get those likes up, though. I want to do a giveaway. I really do want to do a giveaway here. What are we at? Let's see. We are at 955 likes, folks. If we get it up to over 1,000, I'm going to give away a free month of Clubhouse here. And I'd love to do that. Am I executing my trades on NinjaTrader? I am, yes. NinjaTrader is my choice to use for platforms. I will be trading on TopStep here soon enough. Probably waiting for the public release myself. Do you keep having to watch a bunch of ads on this stream? I don't, because I have the benefit of actually hosting the stream. So I personally don't actually see them. So I guess that is the benefit of hosting. Looking forward to joining Clubhouse soon. Looking forward to having you, NJ. I only trade numbers games. I'm stone mad. What do you mean? I don't follow. When does Top Step X come out? TBD. Should be in April. Should be. NQ daily candle close will close bullish. Just wait. Could be very well, Pipslayer. Again, no news today. Very low on the news scale. At 11 a.m., we do see the New York Fed survey of consumer expectations, but that's not a big market mover. We have a 3 and 6 month bill auction 30 minutes later, but that's not a big market mover. We have Goolsby speaking, but he's not a voter. We have Kashkari speaking. He's not speaking until 9 p.m. Or I'm sorry, 7 p.m. A lot of things happen during market hours, but that's not today. It's just not one of those days today. Believe yourself, says crude oil practice account. Nice job there. Do you see any point in just doing practice only trading rather than the combine? It depends on your financial situation, Chris. If combines aren't expensive to you, then use combines. I mean, it's everybody's different. You know, for some people, a $50 combine is, it's a decent investment for them. For some people, it's not a big deal. Same thing goes for, $149. Maybe that's not a big deal to you. Maybe whatever. Everybody's in a different financial situation. Where are you seeing those news events? Let me drop the link for you. Good old Trading Economics free resource right here. Yeah, also Financial Juice is a good one. Help! How does the Discord membership work? I can't find the channel on my Discord. So if you did sign up for the trial there, Black Swan, all you have to do is click the link in your email. There's an email link that says join the Discord. You click it, and the bot will pop up and say you want to join, authorize, click yes. It'll bring you right in, and then you accept the rules, and then you're chatting with us, and then you're watching the zero latency live stream. It's all instantaneous. But if you're having trouble, you can always go to marketclubhouse.club, and you can reach out to the live chat support that we have. We have a talented team of live chat support operators that will help you with anything you need. They just can't give you any advice. It's funny. Sometimes I'll get sent the audit logs from my chat support team, and sometimes we have some people chatting and saying, "Where's the NQ going to go from here?" It's like people they'll respond like, "I'm chat support. I don't know." It's pretty funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny. If you make 9K on your first day on the 150K combine, do you need 4.5K on your second day? No, you need another 9K. So don't do that. You need to make another 9K. What data feed do you use for Bookmap? I use Rhythmic myself. That's what I use. Ribs, how do we link YouTube with Discord so we have the member chance on giveaway? I'm not so sure, but the one way I know to lock it in is doing the membership thing. But I want to incentivize it with giveaways, like I said, like giving away a laptop, or we do like a giveaway every single month. I'll figure it out. I'm going to talk with my, I'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. How do we become chat support? I'm not hiring right now, but I'll let you folks know if I ever am. I was hiring a mod until I got a good mod. Mod is great now. I think the problem is you don't want to get somebody too cheap. Check out the last 2 4-hour candles on NQ and the bodies of them going nowhere fast. Let's see, Lewis, 4 hours. Yes, indeed. Look at that. And this says everything. Thank you for pointing that out, Lewis. This does say everything about the market that we're in right now. And if you were completely oblivious to whether or not we had news coming out today, here's your answer. Let's look at the S&Ps as well. I'm sure that will paint a very similar picture, even more docile. But there you have it. How long did it take you to get funded on Top Step? So I started trading on Top Step in July, and I think I got my first XFA I started in late July, and I think I've got my first XFA in August, I believe. Rips, any QA or automation engineer need in your team? Not yet, but I'll keep you in mind there, Alec. Perhaps maybe beta testing the tool, the NinjaTrader hotkey tool. So many words going on in my brain right now. Rips, how do you deal with trade confidence and nervousness? I often move my TP too close when my trade starts to go green, only to kick me out before it really moves in my original TP. If you have TradingView, one of the things that you want to do is set up, looking at your profit and loss on a trade. So for instance, let's just say that you were looking to enter on the sweep of that candle there and your profit target's here. That's a 6-to-1 risk to reward right there. That can, this is a bad example, but setting up something like this and just letting your trade work, or maybe you want to take it maybe the top of this wick right here. That's a 3-to-1. This is a 4-hour, but let's just pretend it's not. But setting this up is going to give you a lot of confidence to hold out your trade because you know that you're just putting on a 3-to-1 risk to reward. It's like, if you're sitting down and playing blackjack at a blackjack table, the cards are coming out, you put your bet out, you start to see one of your cards and you don't like it. You're not going to immediately take out your bet. That'd be a weird game of blackjack, I guess, if it worked that way. But this is not really a good analogy, but I'm reaching here. But the point is that you need to find a way to just let your trades work. You need to find a way to just leave your trades on and let them work, because at the end of the day, you're going to win the trade or you're going to lose the trade. There's really no in between. But if you keep getting in the way of your trades that end up being winning trades, you're going to limit yourself, especially on your risk to reward ratio. You're going to be tooling that down the moment that you're intercepting that trade, the moment it goes green for you. Markets don't move in straight lines. Let's go down to the 1 minute here. Markets don't move in straight lines. So for instance, let's just say that you were short right here. You were short on this candle here. You're taking heat on this candle here. Well, let's say you stopped out there. Look at where you are now. You're missing that whole move because you had ants in your pants. You're saying the trade's not working. Well, your stop should have been, somewhere above that candle there, and you wouldn't have been stopped out. That's trading. It doesn't move in a straight line, but you want to stick to your thesis because you will be rewarded very handsomely sticking to your thesis. And then also learn how to take profit. Take it at market clubhouse levels so that you don't get smacked in the face on a big rip up to the top side. Used to be my problem getting in my own way. It's very easy. It's very easy, and markets don't move in straight lines. We're used to Amazon Prime, overnight delivery, DoorDash, straight to your door. Markets don't DoorDash you a nice score. They don't Amazon Prime you a winner. Markets do loop-de-loos and corkscrews and upside down flippity-floos. Like, it's the market here. It's not going to move in a straight line. Just not going to work like that. So you need to learn to be patient, learn to see your P&L go up and down and all around. It's part of trading there. How many combines did you trade or blow before the XFA? Barely anything. I started trading it in July, and I was trading, we were talking about in my group, because we were trading options in my group at the time. We had so many index options traders, and everybody wanted to trade futures. We had a split decision, and then everybody's like, oh, trade futures. I traded on a different funding company before I traded on TopSup, but I started TopSup in July. So, and I'd already traded futures for a long time in my own cash, right? And so for me, the transition going back into futures after trading index options was not that big of a transition. So it was fairly, very quick. Maybe let's just say less than, to get the first one, I don't think I blew any, but let's just say, I don't know, less than 2 to 5, somewhere in that, Gotta say, I do Apex and TopSup in days like today. I don't get how you're meant to succeed on Apex with the scaling. Everybody's different. You do what works for you. If Apex is working for you, great. If my funded Forex or whatever, funded flippity futures is working for you, use them. If funding super duper wobbly woos is working for you, use them. Use whatever's working for you, right? Use whatever's working for you. What I've learned the last few months of watching you rips is this: make a plan and trade your plan. Yes, very well said there, Will. It sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Ilya says, you blew a 150K and deleted the live. Oh no, I blew a combine. Don't say it so. Oh no, we have a pocket watcher in chat. Maybe focus on your own trading first. Is trading options harder considering the spreads since you traded both? It's a different type of finesse, because in options, you're trading the potential move versus the reality of the move. In futures, you're trading the reality of the move. In options, I'm consistently selling out to you where I think the puck is going to go. And in futures, the puck needs to arrive to where I think it's going to go, if that makes sense. For you options traders out there, you know exactly what I'm saying. Struggling to understand how the expiring options contracts affect the futures market. They're all intertwined because people are hedging using these options. Pass a 150K in 2 days or lose in 2 days. Yeah, I mean, if you're pushing it that hard, you're probably not going to do well on the XFA, so you should pump the brakes. Never drop your pockets. Oh, goodness. If you make 2K on your first day in the XFA, what will not to be your average for a payout? What do you mean? It doesn't work like that. You on the XFA, you can make as much money as you want. And after 5 days, they don't have to be consecutive of $200 or more. You can withdraw up to 50% of your profit balance. And then after 30 days of profit, you can zero out the account and close it. But, it's your world. We're just living in it. You do whatever you want. You make the rules. Options, you can trade the volatility too. You can make money and price doesn't even change 100%. And it's a completely different game. For you folks that have been rocking with me for over a year in here, we traded options a lot. And I mean, we did really, really well. We had a really good time doing it. We did really, really well, but it's more so about you're trading the potential of the move and you're trading the velocity of that move, not the end point of the move. I mean, and there's different strategies, but when you're momentum trading options, you're trading the potential energy behind a move. You are bouncing back up here. 50K cap per XFA. Yeah, you're going to get transferred over to live, if you get 50K in your XFA. You're going to get transferred over to live. There's no cap in live. Everybody's always concerned about, there's got to be a cap or a trick or something. No, just make the money. You'll get paid. Simple as that. Futures better than options, Shan Hacks. Yeah, you were one of the ones who was, it was you and Discount. You folks were leading the camp like, let's switch to futures. It was fun. I like options. My goal is to get a 6-figure account and trade straddles for income. It works until it doesn't. There's a lot of folks that sell options. It works really, really well until the one day it doesn't, and you waste 2 years of your life. A lot of folks I know that thought option selling was a great strategy until you have that one day where it just wipes you out completely. And if you're withdrawing money from your account, it's different. But yeah, why would you even want 50K in your XFA? It's Fugazi until you take it out. Yeah. But yeah, 50K cap is like if you make $50,000 in each of your XFAs, you're going to be up 150 grand and they're going to transfer you over to a live. So started today, $48 away from maximum loss limit on an XFA after last week. Caught the bounce after open. Now I'm $350 away. There you go, NJ. Nice. Very, very nice. Let's see. Did we get the likes up here, folks? We are at, yeah, we did. Look at that. We got up to 1,000 likes. Let's do a giveaway. I'm feeling festive. Let's do a giveaway here. Let's load it on up. This is going to be free for a free month of Clubhouse. Let's get this all queued up. We'll do a keyword channel member luck. It's going to be 10 times more likely. Why not? And then what do we want the keyword to be? Let's see. I mean, we'll just keep it simple. All right, here we go, folks. All right, there we go. Keyword is Clubhouse. Go ahead and type in the keyword Clubhouse. Keyword is Clubhouse. Type in the keyword over in the YouTube chat. Type it in the YouTube chat. Now, as we're doing this, we'll talk about the rules. Very, very simple. All you have to do is follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Selling Rips, right there at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Very, very simple. I got to close this because this is jamming up my computer over there. I'm getting the same memory leak. Oh, my goodness. It must have been an update to Chrome. Do they even have a new version here? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, Chrome is causing me some crazy memory leaks. Best day ever trading options. Nice. 32K. Very nice, G-Trader. I love that you have the screenshot there. Trendy trends, you only have to type it in one single time. Just type in Clubhouse one single time. You don't get extra entries for typing it in more than once, unfortunately. So type in the word Clubhouse. This is for a free month of Clubhouse. And we'll get this giveaway popping here in about a minute from now there. Just got a new version on Mac over the weekend, but not on Windows. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think there's probably some memory leak in the latest update of Chrome because I'm having issues again with memory crashes, but very strange that I'm getting that, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's one of those things. Software is updated so often now. Like NVIDIA had their drivers released recently that totally messed things up, and now I feel like that we finally got some nice stable releases for the NVIDIA GeForce drivers. Should use Brave. Is that still around? I can't believe that's still around. Chrome has never been the best browser memory-wise. You know what's freaking crazy is that Thinkorswim is built off of Chromium, believe it or not, which is like, if you're a developer, who spearheaded that knuckleheaded operation? Isn't that crazy? Chromium is what powers Thinkorswim. Chromium on Linux is fantastic. Good to know that. All right, we have 368 entries here. Let's see if we can get that up to 400, and then we'll do the drawing here. Now, to enter to win, you just type in Clubhouse. Very, very simple. You follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Selling Rips. You follow me there. And then when you win, I'm going to call out the name of whoever won. And when you win, you just type in your username one single line. So for me, I'd type in Selling Rips without the @ symbol. I'd press enter. And then after that, I would write Instagram because I'm Selling Rips on Instagram. So one line, I'd write Selling Rips without the @ symbol. And then on the second line, I'd write Instagram. So there we have it. Firefox is better by a country mile. I have Firefox, but I used to use Firefox before Chrome. Don't have Twitter. I follow you on Instagram, though. That's perfectly fine. That works, too. YouTube freezes with Edge for me. Edge is trying, right? Edge is really trying to be a better browser. Edge is out there just doing its thing. Chrome is good until they have these wonky updates, and then everything kind of falls apart. Edge is really trying its best. Edge is the worst. Edge is the best. Nobody knows, right? Brave. I don't think I've ever actually used Brave. I remember back when they had their ICO back in like 2016, the Brave tokens get paid to browse, right? I can't believe Brave is still around. I'd be afraid to use Brave if I was using MetaMask. I just feel like I feel the willies. Doesn't Brave have MetaMask built in some way too? Yeah, Opera is making its claim back. I see Opera sponsoring a lot of streamers now. Opera is trying to make its way back into the mix. Opera was, they were built on their own kernel, weren't they? Opera is its own thing. It's not Mozilla based, isn't it? Opera is its own thing, right? I want to say. Used Opera since the 2000s. It's been around for a long time, but it's making its big comeback now. All right, folks, let's do the drawing here. Opera is the worst. See, everybody has a different opinion. Some people will say it's the best browser. Some people will say it's the worst. Some people like it. Some people don't. What's wrong with MetaMask? No, nothing. I'm just saying I would feel the willies using MetaMask on Brave because I feel like somebody would be stealing your keys. Never use Vivaldi. You got me, Julius. Opera's old school. Opera's been around. What about Netscape? Whatever happened to Netscape? Wasn't Netscape Opera based? They're their own thing. All right, here we go, folks. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2. Good luck, everybody, and 1. Q Mendez, you are a regular in here. Q Mendez, are you with us? Q Mendez, go ahead and type in chat if you're with us here. My Chrome is crashing again, so we're going to have to get the stream pretty limited here. But Q Mendez, you are the big winner. Just type in, yes, you're here. Okay, type in your username, please. What is your username, either on Instagram or on Twitter? And we'll get you that free month of Clubhouse. If you answer it in a quickly spirited way, then we'll do a second giveaway. It's all up to you here. Everything is resting on you, Q Mendez. Everything right now resting on you. If you claim it quick. Right, Instagram, I get that. But what's the username? What is the username? Just type in the username, no @ symbol. Just type it in one line. I want to do one more roll. I have typed. Well, you're going to have to do it again. Try it again because I crashed. Do it one more time. Okay, let's try here. Well, that's 2 words. A username usually doesn't have any spaces. Q is the name? Oh, no. Come on, Q Mendez. You've been in here for so long. I didn't think you'd let us down like this. I'm going to search for you. I mean, you're not following any of the instructions here, but... Enday Inc. Yeah, I don't know, folks. There's a period, but it's not showing. Oh, okay. And so maybe that's what it is. You folks that have periods in your names. Maybe that's been the thing. Okay, so ENDE.INC. Let's try this. All right. Hey, so we'll give him a pass. We'll give him a pass here. I message you right now. We got to give him a pass because the dot is what's screwing it up. Thank you, Q Mendez. Thank you. Congratulations. You've been very supportive in here. Can we give it up for Q Mendez? Congrats, free month. All right, I'll send you that coupon code later. Give him a pass, okay? Because that's a real thing. He put a period and it's not sending it. That's a real thing because it thinks it's a web address. Because .inc, he has the whole thing where it's 3 letters, that whole thing. Yeah. So thank you, Q Mendez. I think that we do one more because he actually, that was a valid excuse. Q is not a knucklehead here. Q or K Mendez. Good stuff. Let's roll it again here in 5, 4, 3, 2, and Ben. Ben, are you with us here? Ben, come on, Ben. Come on down. You've won. Come on. We got to get the Price is Right music or something playing here. You have won. Ben, where are you? Come on down. You have won a free month. We already got rerolls coming in Discord here. So, Ben, you got to be quick. Come on down. All right, we're going to give Ben about 30 seconds here starting. Wait for it. 35 seconds. Everybody's calling for the reroll here. Speaking of reroll, look at this market right now. This is garbage. If you're trading the range, great, but this ain't my thing right here. Look at that. That is disgusting. Nobody wants that. All right, Ben, we're giving you 15 more seconds. We're being fair here, Ben. Ben's going to come back and watch the stream and say, dang it, should have stuck around. I am Ben. I am Spartacus. Come on, Ben. You can do this. And again, folks, make sure you're caught up to the stream all the way. Make sure you're caught up. I'll be Ben too. I'll change my name. I'll be Ben. All right. We're rolling in 10 seconds. We're giving Ben 10 more seconds. I bent the rules for Ben. Tell them what they won. All right, here we go. And we are rolling in 5, 4, 3, 2, and Tommy. Tommy, I think you won before. I think you're in here. Tommy. Oh, Tommy. Womp, womp, womp. Tommy, you have won before, right? Let me just get your username. I believe that you already are in Clubhouse. Let me see here. Tommy. Yep, I see you there. Let me go into your account. Let's see. I think Tommy was one of our big winners here. Yeah, Tommy was one of our winners here. I'm adding in a second month here. Wow, back-to-back winning shows how. So you are good until now, May 25th, Tommy. There you go. Sweet. So there you go. Back-to-back dubs for Tommy. Congratulations to all of our winners here. You know what? I'm feeling festive. Why don't we just do one more? Are we good with that? Let's do one more. Yeah? One more? Do we do one more? I say we do one more. Why not, right? One more. All right, let's do one more. Here we go. Let's go. Offrey, are you here? Offrey. Or Offriri. Offriri, you're here. Come on down, Offriri. You know, one of these days, too, we're going to have some kind of like skill thing or a trivia. Maybe we could do like a trivia. I'm going to look into like a trivia bot for YouTube. Offriri. Don't give up hope yet, because if Offriri doesn't claim, we're going to roll it one more time. Oh, Offriri says hi. Okay, type in your username, Offriri. Type in your username. It's either going to be your Instagram username. Yeah, MC Quiz Kahoot. Wouldn't that be fun? We could do that. That could be fun. All right. Come on. Hi. Hello. Type in that username, Afriri. And let's see here. It's coming in. And let's see if you follow the rules here. Going on Twitter first. That's where I'm checking first here. Okay. It's not going to be Twitter. So we're checking on Instagram. Let's see. Do. Oh, it's on Instagram. No, okay. And you do follow me. Hey, give it up for Afriri. Let's go. Congratulations, folks. Congratulations to our winners. Let me send a message here. Congrats. Free month. There we go. There it is, folks. Congratulations to our winners. Congrats to everybody. Had a lot of fun today. We are up $6,200 trading in 3 Top Step combines today. We had a blast. We got in. We got our money before the chop came in, which is great. Now, do we break out of this consolidation or break down? Hey, maybe. Hey, but you know what? We don't have a lot of news today. Remember, the next news release is coming in about 38 minutes here. We do have the New York Fed survey of consumer expectations. We're going to go check it out in the Discord. We're going to go see if we're going to continue to trade in the Discord. I don't know, though. Probably leaning towards no. I do have some one-on-ones that are starting right around 11, so we'll probably get to those instead. But, folks, I do appreciate each and every single one of you spending your morning with me here on YouTube. It really means the world to me. I appreciate all your support. Hanging out was a lot of fun. It's a fun group that we're building together here, a fun community. I'll keep you folks apprised on the giveaways that we're going to be having coming up. But please come back tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp, where I'm going to be streaming basically the pre-show before I go on Top Step TV for the Fast Market segment. So, again, it's been a pleasure enjoying our mornings together, and I hope to see you bright and early here tomorrow. Folks on Discord, don't go anywhere, and I'll see you folks here on YouTube bright and early tomorrow at 8 a.m. sharp.